Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First thing I want to do is I'm apologizing. I apologize to the Speaker. I apologize to Joe, and if it's okay, I hope it is. I want to apologize to you. Yesterday I did something really knuckleheaded. I voted against Joe's amendment, and a couple of really nice legislators told me pretty matter-of-factly that was boneheaded. But they were very much nicer about it. So I want to apologize to you. I'm going to always try to do things with decorum, and I told my wife my first few days here, I said, man, this is an awesome place. I've grown to love every one of you, and at first I did that word thrown around, love, but I believe you really mean it. And I think no matter what happens when this is over, we're going to still love each other, respect each other. And that's something I think a lot of people misses about what we do here, and I'm just honored to be here. With that being said, I'm very disappointed. And the reason I can't speak for anybody else, only for myself. The 3,000 doors I knocked, the people that I talked to, I heard it over and over again, was whatever you do, go in the private option. And I have to give whoever wrote this bill, I have to give them huge kudos, because this bill uses the word end and terminate. So I went over to BLR, and I talked to BLR, and I said, look, I want to repeal this bill, and I started using some language and some things I want to do. I said, I want to, a lot of things, I love the task force, I love what the governor's thinking about doing. Let me say this. We've got a phenomenal speaker. We've got a phenomenal governor. I've never, in my 53 years, have I ever worked against leadership in any capacity, anything I've ever done. Because I've been a leader, so I want people to work with me. But when I read a bill, and it says everything but repeal, then I talked to BLR, and I said, well, I want my bill to go a step farther and do repeal like, and this was very innocently, by the way, I wanted to repeal like Senator Hendrick's bill, and I was told this is, quote, is not a repeal bill. And then I see in there that there's a task force, we don't know who's going to be on there. I'm going to contend something. Thank you, Representative Richmond, and a lot of the others on both sides that have spoken here today. But I'm going to contend, I don't think the only people that's been hurt by this is the hardworking Arkansans. I think there's a lot of poor folks that need help. And I hauled a guy yesterday home about 11 o'clock last night that spent 3 days at UAMS. He's tried his best. He has to ride 4 buses to get to work. I took him home about 11 o'clock last night. He just got back from UAMS with a real severe infection. He's a diabetic, so it was very serious. And he told me he cannot get on the private option. And he can't work because he worked 4 months during a certain time. There were certain things. And so I would contend that we've got working people getting squeezed. We've got poor people getting squeezed. This thing's rotten from end to end. And so we've been sold a car, and now we were told we could bring it back if we didn't like it. Now we're trying to bring it back, and we can't bring it back. And we're told just wait a little while longer, and everything's going to get better later down the road. And I'll tell you, I think the only way to do this is to repeal, and not end, not terminate, to repeal the act and start over, and then really and truly help the people in this state and quit playing the games. I looked at one of the reports that I received yesterday. There's a stack of contracts for people. I'm all for nursing homes and hospitals and these people that are really helping people with uncompensated care, but I'm tired of hearing we will recover them anyway, because a large portion of those people did have insurance. My daughter-in-law has an insurance policy. She's 26 years of age, costs $111 a month. Pray tell why we're charging $485 or $385 or whatever the latest number is. We'd better off just give everybody a $100 bill. And so my bottom line is this. There wouldn't be an issue, because there's nobody that's more for the governor than I am, than for this speaker and all my other colleagues. And there would not be an issue in this House if that bill was readable and understandable. It would not be an issue. And so I'm voting no. And I'm encouraging those of you, just like I did, knock on doors, and I got asked 2 questions, and I won't mention the first question, but the second question I got asked every door I knocked on in every part of the city, black, white, Hispanic, all over. My district's a swing district. And it is, will you end this thing? And I know I'm being told, and you're being told it ends, but if it ends, why are we getting hundreds of emails from common folks? And here's something I've learned in my 30 years of leading people, is we think we're smarter than the common old Joe out there working a job. And one thing I learned pretty quick, those people are smarter than we are. And they're onto this thing, and they know it's not ending. Thank you so much.